285, all set to go in the National Currency Sprint, sponsored by Betway Away and Racing. Lucky Lad did not get the best of starts, was a little bit slow to begin with. One Fell Swoop and Cliffhanger both began very quickly. Towards the outside, Ziyasha showing good pace with those blinkers on again. Halberdiers just off the leading line. Richard the First, then came Lucky Lad, is about 6 lengths off the leader with Wise Act and Call Me When You Need Me. Heading down now into the last 600 metres. Towards the outside, Ziyasha goes with One Fell Swoop. They're the leaders by a couple from Cliffhanger and Halberdier. Then Call Me When You Need Me. Lucky Lad has got 5 lengths to make up with Wise Act up along the inside, and Richard the First is the trailer. Heading inside the final 400, Ziyasha the one to get to from One Fell Swoop in second. Cliffhanger's only got a length to make up. Lucky Lad still 4 lengths adrift's going to shift right down the centre of the track. Then came Halberdier. 200 metres left to go. Ziyasha's the leader. One Fell Swoop is beating on big pressure down the centre. One Fell Swoop and Ziyasha, these two. One Fell Swoop from Ziyasha. One Fell Swoop, Ziyasha. One Fell Swoop beats Ziyasha. Third placing will go to Cliffhanger, and Lucky Lad fourth after a bad start. Further back was Wise Act and Call Me When You Need Me. Well, Lucky Lad had to stay at the back of the end of the field, and Richard Free had no option but to come to a place where there was no traffic in front of him. He went to the centre of the track, but the race was gone from him at this stage. He could only just ride it with the hands the last 100 metres, and it's gone to One Fell Swoop, the daughter of Lancaster Bomber, bred by the Turffontein stud. They've had a terrific weekend at Turffontein, and this is out of the philanthropist mare Imperadora. One Fell Swoop makes it 4 wins out of 8 starts and put some nice black type in her pedigree, more black type in her pedigree, by winning this grade 3 contest. Well done, Caden Brewer. 3 winners this afternoon for trainer Tony Peter.
Okay, so we've just seen the running of the top liner on the afternoon. This was the 2024 renewal of the Betway National Currency Sprint, and that was over the 1100 meters. Race number 7 has been taken out indeed by number 7, One Fell Swoop. They rose amongst the thorns, so to speak, and aboard the rose was a certain Caden Brewer. Just come closer to me, my man. Well done. Take us through the race itself and what your tactics going in and how they eventually evolved.
Yeah, it was always a race that was going to suit her with the weights and how it went. She's been a filly that's been running from up there every single time she has run. She's been game every single time she's run. So it was more of the same tactics today with that lightweight. Get her rolling, get her bowling in the race, and give her that nice hard ride to the finish. Just want to say a big thank you to Tony and his whole team for getting all spot on prepared for this race. And yeah, it's always a pleasure to ride in these big races. It's just to have a ride. So to win them, I have to be very, very grateful.
Indeed. Now, as far as any pressure, at any point, did you feel pressurized? Ziyasha was always up there, always the game.
Yeah, he was always up there, but in the back of my mind, I always kept the fact that I have the lower weight. We've been going hard from the beginning, so he was always going to falter towards the end, and that's where she really showed herself in how game she was.
Right. Any thank yous before we hand over the trophies?
Yeah, just big thanks again to Tony and his whole team. Thanks to everybody involved, and thank you to Mrs. Viljoen.
Thank you, Mrs. Viljoen. This is Mr. Gareth Frusk doing the presentation. Very well done to you, Mr. Caden Brewer. Right, up next is for the 3rd time Tony Peter as a winning trainer. And One Fell Swoop, you did say we have to beat the one. Unfortunately, the return not going according to script, but you've got the honours.
Yeah, she had a very low mass on her back, which I think helped things. She's a tough filly. She's really strong. You'd never say she's a filly if you look at her. She's a big, strong filly. And get some black type on her for Uncle Barcy and Auntie Suzette. I think she'll be very valuable one day. Big thank you to them for all their supports. We really, really appreciate it. I thought Caden rode a cracker. It's not easy riding horse for the first time in a feature race. You got to sort of get to know them while you're on them. But I thought he really handled her like a professional. Well done to Turffontein stud and to Groom Senzo. He does a really good job with her.
Yeah, obviously with Caden as well, he's got the big horse in the race as well. He's just trying to do as best as he can. So his temperament also to be commended.
Yeah, I think it's a big team effort all around. Big thanks to Calvin as well. He's done a lot of work on this filly. He couldn't make the weight today, but yeah, just a big thanks to him. And to Hopes and Dream Stud, my sponsors, they're having a beautiful run of it of late, and please God, it can continue.
Just one question for you. Which do you prefer training? Sprinters, milers, stayers, which is the better? Which is the more enjoyable?
Sure.
You love your horses, I know.
Yeah, I can't put it. They're all enjoyable to train. They're all different in their own ways.
You haven't done too bad with the sprinters, eh?
Yeah, no.
Austin,
I've got a very
Kern, all
young
of
string, so I haven't had many stayers, but yeah, we're happy to get a few.
My brother, enjoy the afternoon, and there's a trophy from Mr. Fusk after the winning of the 2024 Betway National Currency Stakes, a Group 3 over the 1100 meters. Who's going to come and talk to us next? And now this is, I'm going to tell you who you are before you tell me, Senzo Msiga. You are representing Senzo.
Yes,
This is Dennis. We've spoken before, and I always enjoy talking to you. Tell us what you saw and how the race worked out for you. What you saw from the grandstand.
Yeah, the race was so lovely. I saw this filly when she jumped at the paint, she jumped out nicely, and she did it. She did it nicely, obviously. So I want to thank to Caden, to Caden Brewer for the fantastic ride, and to Auntie Suzette and Uncle Bossy. They do much for us, and to the groom back at home. Big well done to them, and to Senzo, especially Senzo, because I'm here to represent for him. And to everybody involved on this, big well done, and thank you.
Thank you so much. Always nice talking to you. Will you pass on our regards? There is a trophy for Senzo, as well as a winning 1,500 Rand for the winning groom check, courtesy of World Sports Betting. But that trophy, of course, comes through from our sponsors for the big feature on the afternoon at Betway. Do enjoy and give our regards to Senzo once again, my man.
Thank you so much, and I won't forget the World Sports Betting for sponsoring us.
Thank you so much, Ernesto. Right. Oh yes, certainly. Let us have a photo. I think I've just brought your photo there. But last but not least, receiving the trophy on behalf of stable sponsors, stable big patrons, and of course a big scalp in race number 7. The Peter Stable. What can we say about Mrs. Viljoen and their support?
I have no words. I'm honored to collect their trophy, and just I hope this made their day so much better. Well done to Hopes and Dreams.
Well, you know, you spoke about Fontein. They bred their winner, that is the Viljoen's winner, 2 Grand Slams, and they've bred 3 winners this afternoon.
Well done to them.
Thank you so much. There's Mr. Fusk to give you your trophy on behalf of the Viljoens, and indeed, well done to you, ma'am, and Mr. and Mrs. Viljoen on this latest victory. That is the post-race interviews after the running of our feature on the afternoon. 2 more to come through. So far, the heavens have been kind to us. I'm sure we will make it through to the last of the afternoon, race number 9. Up next, last leg of Jackpot 1, race number 8.